The US Air Force test fires a new 30mm cannon. This cannon shoots 200 rounds each minute. It fires from a spinning aircraft at 15,000 feet. This is not a normal test. One pull of the trigger lights up the dark desert. The whole sky turns bright orange in 1 second. The quiet valley becomes a field of fire. Something huge is happening. And you should stay till the end, because you will see exactly how this gunship makes the sky turn into fire, just like the title says. Heavy shells fall across the floor inside the gunship. The strong blast shakes the entire aircraft. The night sky looks like daylight for a moment, and the power keeps rising. This is not simple training. These tests check the cannon when real lives are in danger. One small error can break the whole mission, but one perfect shot can end a threat fast. Now you are inside the AC-130J Ghost Rider. You see crews load large shells in low red light. You hear the cannon build strong power before firing. The next burst will change the whole sky. You watch the night turn bright white from one hit. And now you will learn why this gunship can control the night with one strong burst. It is midnight in the dark desert. There are no lights and no sound. Then a bright flash cuts across the sky. Something powerful starts. The AC-130J fires its upgraded 30mm cannon. The tall mountains glow orange. All shadows disappear at once. The scene changes fast. This is the Ju-23/A Bushmaster cannon. It has fast recoil and digital fire control. It sends each shell at 2,600 feet per second. That speed is extreme. It is faster than sound 2 times over. Each burst looks like a heavy blast. The valley fills with bright light, but the aim is not random. A smart computer tracks each target. It moves the cannon barrel every second. Each shot hits the right spot. Inside the gunship, the crew watches the fire control screen. A red crosshair locks on. The pilot banks left. The cannon follows by itself. Outside, the desert stays silent. Inside, alarms make sharp beeps. Voices shout, "Feed clear!" The pressure rises. The AC-130J can circle one target for 8 hours. It is a flying weapons platform that keeps hunting. But one question remains. How does this gunship stay so accurate while spinning? The answer waits in the weapons bay, and it changes everything next. You step inside the AC-130J. Red warning lights glow across the walls. The metal floor shakes under your feet. The beast is alive. Gunners push heavy 30mm shells into the feed system. Each shell is the size of a water bottle. Hot brass falls across the floor and makes loud clanging sounds. The heat keeps rising. The weapons bay is cramped and very loud. The crew wears strong headsets for 140 decibels. Without them, your ears would get damaged fast. The danger is real. It feels like a moving factory that is shaking non-stop. One small mistake can jam the ammo belt. There is no time to slow down, but something new helps. The new feed system does not overheat. Old cannons needed short breaks. This one fires for 15 minutes straight. The pace gets faster. A gunner grabs the next ammo belt. Another gunner clears the ejection port. The fire control officer shouts, "Gun hot in 5." Everyone moves quicker. Outside, the sky looks quiet and peaceful. Inside, gunners fight the ticking clock. One late second and the target escapes. The pressure is heavy. The AC-130J carries over 3,000 rounds. That is enough to level one city block in one pass. But a new problem appears. The gunship is banking hard at 15,000 feet. So how does the cannon stay on the target while the plane tilts sideways? Most planes must fly straight to shoot. The AC-130J does not need that. It fires while moving in a full circle, and it still never misses. New gyroscopic stabilizers keep the cannon steady. The plane can bank 45 degrees. The cannon stays smooth and locked in. Every shot stays perfect. The gunship flies in a tight pylon turn. The circle is only 1 mile wide. The cannon keeps aiming at the same center. The math never stops. Sensors update aim 1,000 times each second. It checks the target non-stop. Nothing breaks the aim line. Try to imagine this. It is like spinning on a fast merry-go-round. You try to hit the same bullseye. A human cannot do this at all, but the AC-130J can. The system checks more than just distance. It reads wind speed and air pressure. It even checks the temperature of the barrel. It is pure physics turned into power. The pilot tilts the aircraft left. The cannon shifts the barrel right. The red crosshair never moves on screen. There is no room for mistakes. 1 degree of error means a miss, but the system is fully accurate. The crew trusts the machine with their lives. This gunship is unmatched. It can hit a car-sized target from 3 miles away. It can do this while flying 300 miles per hour in a bank turn. No other gunship on Earth can match this skill. But the next moment changes everything. Before the cannon fires again, the crew needs permission. And when that permission comes, it is only 2 words. And those 2 words change the entire mission. The cockpit sits in full silence. The glowing screens show a steady green light. A calm voice says target locked. Everyone knows what comes next. Then 2 words hit the air. Gun hot. The gunship changes at that moment. It stops feeling like a plane and becomes a fire machine. The shift is real. Gun hot means the cannon is fully armed. The crew now has only 10 seconds to confirm the target. Once the trigger is pulled, nothing can stop the blast. There is no turning back. It is like arming a live grenade. Pull the pin, and the explosion will happen. There is no safe undo button. And the pressure climbs. The fire control officer picks the rounds. He chooses 10, 50, or even 200 shots. Each burst is made for the mission. Everyone waits for the signal. The gunner holds his finger on the trigger. The pilot keeps the turn steady. The whole crew stays silent and ready. Then 1 word hits the headsets. Fire! Outside, the target sits in dark silence. Inside, the team shows full focus. 1 finger now stands between calm and destruction. The next seconds decide everything. The system can track 16 targets at once. The crew chooses which target dies first. The cannon does not hesitate. But the real shock comes next. When the trigger is pulled, something happens no camera can capture, because the whole sky turns into fire, and the blast only gets bigger. The 30mm cannon erupts with a loud blast. Bright orange tracers fall toward the ground. Each shot explodes as soon as it hits. The valley changes fast. The whole valley turns brighter than daylight. The tall mountains glow orange. Thick black smoke rises into the air. The power is shocking. The cannon fires 200 rounds each minute. That is more than 3 shots per second. Each shell weighs half a pound and can destroy a car. The aircraft feels the impact. The strong recoil shakes the entire plane. It feels like a fast train shooting lightning. That is what it feels like inside the AC-130J. But the firing is not random. The gunship makes a full ring of fire around the target. It creates a perfect circle of destruction. The crew calls this painting the battlefield. The attack keeps growing. Explosions move across the ground. Huge dust clouds rise into the sky. The cannon keeps firing with no pause. There is no break. Outside, everything looks like full chaos. Inside, the crew works with calm control. This is war done with perfect science. Even nearby pilots notice. A single burst is visible from 10 miles away. Some pilots see the glow through thick clouds. It looks like a second sunrise. But inside the aircraft, a new problem starts. Hot brass shells pile up on the floor. If they are not cleared fast, the system could jam. And a jam at this moment could stop everything. Inside the weapons bay, hot brass shells cover the floor. They bounce and roll in every direction. Some shells glow bright red from the heat. The danger is everywhere. Gunners shout, "Feed clear, keep firing." The new cannon does not slow down. It keeps shooting without overheating. The pressure stays high. Each empty shell is over 400 degrees hot. That heat can burn through thick gloves. The ejection system throws shells at 50 per second. The crew must act fast. Crew members wear strong fireproof gear. The floor becomes a hot brass minefield. Every step must be taken with care. Picture this. It feels like popcorn shooting out of a fast machine, but each piece is burning metal, and each bounce sounds like a loud bell. And here's the twist. The crew does not throw the shells away. They count each casing carefully. The number tells them how many rounds were fired. It is their live scoreboard. One crew member uses a metal rake to clear the floor. Another loads the next ammo belt. 500 more rounds are ready. The fire is about to return. The cannon cools for just 10 seconds. Then it starts firing again. There is no time to rest inside. The contrast is extreme. Outside, the target is still burning. Inside, the team reloads for the next strike. No one stops to take a breath. This gunship is built different. The cooling system can handle 15 minutes of non-stop fire. Most gunships overheat in under 5 minutes. The AC-130J keeps going without fail, but this power has a long history. This level of firepower did not appear overnight. It took 50 years of war and non-stop testing, and it all began in Vietnam. The story goes deeper from here. The first gunship was the AC-47 in 1967. It had simple machine guns in the windows. Gunners aimed only with their eyes. That was the beginning. Then came the AC-130 Spectre. Then the AC-130U Spooky, a true legend. Now the AC-130J Ghost Rider leads them all. The leap is huge. The AC-130U retired in 2019. The Ghost Rider replaced it in 2020. It brought laser guidance and infrared sensors, and much smarter targeting. The Ghost Rider uses AI-assisted aiming. It is not just an upgrade, it is a full revolution. Think of it like this. It is like a typewriter versus a supercomputer. Both can write words, but only one can do everything else. And one old rule still stands. The Spooky crews said never let the enemy see you coming. Make the first shot the last shot. The Ghost Rider follows that rule, and that makes it deadly. Old gunships had one main cannon. This one uses cannons, missiles, and precision bombs. It is a flying arsenal, and the power is unmatched. It costs $115 million, but it can destroy far more in enemy targets. And when it enters the sky, even trained soldiers stop and stare, because they know what comes next. Army and Marine teams stop working. They look up without speaking. They have seen gunships before, but never like this. This one lights an entire valley. Fire falls from the sky. Some soldiers remove their helmets. Everyone just stares. The brightness is unreal. In 2024, Marines saw it from 8 miles. It looked like long lightning, but it lasted 30 seconds. No one spoke on radio. It looks like a deadly meteor shower. Every streak is aimed and controlled. Then the truth. One soldier said he thought it was an airstrike, but it was only one plane. That is Ghost Rider power. The valley glows orange. Explosions roll like thunder. Smoke rises fast. Fear and safety mix. They call it the Angel of Death. The last blast fades in the dark. Smoke drifts low across the ground. The fire turns into glowing embers. The AC-130J pulls away silently. No noise and no lights remain. It becomes a shadow in the sky. It can switch to stealth in seconds. It turns off lights and climbs high. It feels like a predator vanishing fast. One target ends and another begins. The crew reloads without slowing down. The ground grows quiet again below. But the Ghost Rider keeps circling above. And in 2025, the mission changed forever today. In early 2025, the Air Force declared the new cannon fully ready. Now the world knows the AC-130J can turn night into fire. This gunship hits fast and stays hidden in darkness. No enemy can escape its accurate shots. The 73rd Squadron can deploy anywhere in 48 hours. The cannon passed every test in deserts, mountains, and jungles. It is like giving a sniper a weapon that never misses. It can destroy a truck without harming the building beside it. Enemies watch in fear because they cannot stop this gunship. When operations hit news, the Ghost Rider pulled the trigger. The AC-130J Ghost Rider is not just a gunship. It is a precision machine that changes battles fast. The new cannon does not fire wild shots. It uses perfect control to dominate. Most people think war is loud and messy. The Ghost Rider is silent until it strikes. Each action is timed to the millisecond. Real power is smart, calm, and accurate. Remember the dark valley at the start? One burst turned night into fire. That moment was a message of real strength. A Ghost Rider may be above you now. Silent, ready, unseen. It watches every move below, waiting for the next clear target ahead. The AC-130J Ghost Rider is more than a war machine. It is a strong guardian for troops on the ground. It is a nightmare for any enemy. You saw how firepower grew from old to new. You felt the cannon roar and turn night into fire. Hit subscribe if this shocked you. More missions are coming soon. Tell me in the comments where you would stand, inside or watching from the ground.